What you gonna do when you can't get by? Trouble at school and you don't know why. Mama ground you to the end of July. Don't worry, my friends, I'ma help you out. Everybody, let's go. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Untitled Teach.
Hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Untitled Teach. Today, I'm in my kitchen. So for today's episode of Untitled Teach, we're going to talk about fractions and putting fractions on a number line. So before I get started, first question is, well, what is a fraction? I'm glad you asked. A fraction is actually sort of kind of like a number. It's different because numbers, generally 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so on and so forth, are whole numbers. A fraction is not a whole number. It is a piece that represents the information that we're looking for. So, for example, I have here a little snack, a chocolate bar, and this is one whole chocolate bar. Comes to the store in one whole piece. However, I want to eat my chocolate bar today, but I don't want to eat all of it. So I'm only going to eat a fraction or a piece of my chocolate bar. So I have my chocolate bar, and if you notice here, my chocolate bar already has perforated lines for me to break up. If I count, this is 1. Well, I kind of broke that piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. My chocolate bar can be broken into a fraction of 12 equal pieces. Now, whenever you talk about fraction, you're talking about pieces, but they have to be equal pieces, the same size and the same amount. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my snack and I'm going to break my snack into 12 equal pieces. And this one broke off, so I'm going to change it to 11 equal pieces. It's a good snack. So here we go. I had a whole candy bar, one whole bar, that I've now broken into 11 equal pieces. I ate one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is now, I can create now a fraction of the candy bar that I have. So my one whole candy bar is now broken into equal pieces, 11 equal pieces. Now, a fraction has two components, a numerator, which is the top number, and a denominator, which is the bottom number. The numerator tells you what you're looking for, and the bottom number, the denominator, is the total. So my total for this piece of candy was 12 if you count the piece that I ate, but right now it's 11. So I have a total of 11 equal pieces to make up my one whole candy bar. So to create a fraction using my candy bar, I could say, for example, what fraction of the candy bar did Mr. Donato eat already? The answer would be 1 that I ate out of a total of 12 pieces of candy bar. The 11 plus the 1 that I ate. Okay, so we're going to keep the 12 total. My denominator is going to be 12. My numerator will be 1. The answer to that question will be 1 out of 12. Now, because I ate one piece already, and I wanted to add a few more pieces for my snack today, I was to eat one more here and one more there. So if I added these two and ate these two today, along with the one that I already ate, how many pieces of candy bar will I have left? 9 pieces of candy bar left. Now, if I was to ask the question, well, what is the fraction of the pieces of the candy that Mr. Donato now has left? I have 9 out of 12 left will be my fraction. Or, back to the question, what is the fraction of the pieces of candy that Mr. Donato has eaten already? I would have eaten 3 out of 12, a total of 12 pieces of candy. This is how we work with fractions. It's pieces, not whole numbers. So now we're going to take our pieces and follow me. We're going to put it on a number line.
Please stay to the end of the video for the activity lesson.
About fraction with the candy bar. We had them in 12 different pieces, equal pieces, and we're making a fraction. Now we're going to take the fraction of the 12 equal pieces from the candy bar, and now we're going to put it on a number line. Number line start at the first whole number, which is 0. And since we bought one whole candy bar, we're going to end at the number 1 to get one whole candy bar together. So right now we have the candy bar. It's still one candy bar, but it's in fractions. It's in pieces. So we're going to label our fractions here on the number line, going from the beginning till we get to our one whole candy bar, which we started off with from the beginning. So the very first thing we do is we're going to make our jumps. We're going to start at 0, and we're going to jump each of these lines until we get to our whole number. And we're going to count our jumps as we make them. So starting at 0, this will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We made 12 equal jumps. Now, why do we make 12 equal jumps? Because our candy bar is fractioned into 12 equal pieces. So now we're going to put those fractions from the candy bar on our number line. We made 12 equal jumps, which means our denominator, our bottom number, is going to be the number 12. So for each of these, we're going to put the number 12 at the bottom, because 12 represents our denominator. And when we write our denominator in a fraction, our denominator does not change, regardless of this was one whole candy bar that we started off with, and regardless of how many we eat, how many we save, how many we give to our neighbors, it still started off with 12 equal pieces. So my denominator, which is the total 12, is going to remain the same number, 12. Okay, so my denominator for all of these should be 12. Now we're going to just label the numerator, which is the top number. This is 0. My first piece I broke off was 1 out of the 12. So this first bar here will be 1/12. The second piece will be 2/12, 2 out of 12. Then keep going. This will be 3 out of 12, 4 out of 12, 5 out of 12, 6 out of 12, 7 out of 12, 8 out of 12, 9 out of 12, 10 out of 12, 11 out of 12, and this last piece here will be 12 out of 12. Now, once your numerator and your denominator is the same number, you now have your whole piece again. This is how you know you've done your jumps correctly, because your numerator and denominator is now the same number, which means it's one whole, which we are here at one whole. So, activity, try it at home. Pick something that you like. All right, it can be a pair of shoes. It could be how many toys, and create fractions of those. So if you say, I have 5 pairs of shoes, how many of my shoes are black? So then you will count your 5 pairs of shoes, right? And then you will count and see how many of those pairs were black. And then that number of pairs, let's say if it was 3 pairs of black, then your fraction would be 3 out of 5. Then you take your fraction and you'll go ahead and you create your number line. You do your 1 jump, your 2 jumps, your 3 jumps, your 4 jumps, your 5 jumps. Put 3 out of 5. Circle the fraction that you're looking for your black pairs of shoes. Okay, parents, if you need to scale this activity down, a good way to scale it down would be making sure the child understands what represents the numerator and what represents the denominator. So have them just to label. So instead of putting a number line for the pairs of shoes, just have them to label how many pairs of shoes you have and what does that total pair goes, in the numerator column or the denominator column. And then ask them, well, out of the total pairs of shoes, how many of them are black? And what will that number go, in the numerator or the denominator? Have them keep doing different things like that. It can be something outside activity. How many trees do you see? Okay, out of the trees that you see, how many of them have birds in them, right? It's going to be a lot of different things you can do in order to make it fun for your child to scale the activity down. And once they scale it, once they understand the numerator and denominator, then they can put it on a number line. To scale the activity up, parents, try mixing in more whole numbers. Here we start at 0, we stopped at 1. But what if I had 2 candy bars? So instead of stopping at the number 1, we would keep going, extend our number line, and stop at the number 2. So this would be 1, and then the next mixed number would be 1 and 1 12, 1 and 2 12, 1 and 3 12, so on and so forth. Once you understand how fractions work and how to put them on number line, any fractions, you can do any activity with the fractions. Oh, don't forget to like the page, follow the page, share the page, so we can all learn together.